3 of my dream secondhand finds all in one trip? How is that possible?
I am absolutely in shock right now.
What started off as a quick stop at the thrift store to continue building my spring wardrobe turned into the trip of the year that will be hard to beat after finding one dream find after the other.
They literally fit perfect.
I headed into the thrift store with a mission of seeing how many outfits I could put together without spending over $100 and left with abundantly more good deals than I could have imagined.
I cannot believe the amazing things I just came home with.
Let's head in to see if it's possible to come home with this much good stuff while staying under budget. But first, here's what's on my thrift list.
I am so ready to head into not 1, but 2 thrift stores today. But before that, I want to tell you what's on my list. First, I would love to find 4 complete outfits for spring. Next, I'm hoping to find an athletic outfit because I want to get a little bit more into running, and I'm hoping a new athletic outfit will help with that. Next up on my list is an accessory and a pair of shoes. And then just like last time, I'm going to add a bonus item of some spring decor on my list. But otherwise, it looks like the sun is peeking out. It is a great day to go thrifting, so let's head inside and see what we can find. I'm going to go ahead and get started right here in the short sleeve tops. I did find quite a few last time, so I'm being quite picky when it comes to what tops I find. I do actually really like the simplicity of this one, and I could see myself wearing it, so I'm going to add that one to the cart. Although I'm loving gingham, this one here isn't quite the style that I'm going for. I'm really looking for tops with unique textures and patterns that I can really see myself wearing. I do actually love the floral of this one, so I might give this one a try as well. Found a couple things in the medium, but now I'm going to move on to the large over here. They not only have these circle racks, but also more rows of tops over here, so I've got a lot of digging to do. I've kind of lost track of how many times I have thrifted this square neckline on the channel. I absolutely love this neckline. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to pass on this one. I'm just trying to be really picky.
I went back to do some digging and I did end up finding a top worth bringing home today.
Okay, here's another one. Look at the detail right here. Also, the brand says my name on it. I feel like I have to give this one a try, so I'm gonna add it to the cart.
After looking through all of the short sleeves, I'm pretty happy with the couple that I picked out, and now it's time to move on to the tank tops.
This area here is so packed full, I can hardly look, which is not my favorite, but I did manage to find this tank top, which I actually really love. Between the colors and the shape of it, this is exactly what I'm looking for to layer up for spring and summer. At first, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this top, but the shape of it actually seems decently flattering, and it could end up looking nice with some light wash jeans, so I'm gonna give it a try and add it to the cart. I have a few more rows of tops here to look through, so let's see if I can find anything else. I'm almost done in the sleeveless tops, but I found this, which was absolutely handmade. If I thought I would wear this more, I would give it a try, but I'm gonna leave it for someone else. I found this amazing gingham tank, J. Crew, brand new with tags. Although it's not my size, this is one I feel like I should grab for the shop.
Speaking of my shop, you can find this tank top and more currently listed on my Upscale Thrift Store's website. Each week, we add 50 of our favorite clothing items online every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to set a reminder because they tend to go quick.
I've officially gone through all of the sleeveless tops, so now I'm gonna go ahead and check the long sleeves.
In this section, I'm looking for blouses, floral tops, and other layering pieces. I was mostly coming across items that were too plain or out of season, but I still thought it was worth looking through each item.
Not finding a whole lot, but I do think that this Everlane top is kind of cool. It has a really awesome detail around the neck. I would say it would work better for the fall, and I'm not so wild about the gray, so I'll just keep sifting to see if there's anything else that catches my eye. This is the style I've been seeing all over Pinterest, but what's drawing me to this one is how incredibly comfortable it is. I do wish there was a button here, but I still might give it a try because if I love how comfortable it is and the way it looks, I might end up bringing it home with me. So let's add that one to the cart as well. This one here is so pretty. I love the simplicity. I just don't think I love this color on myself, so I'm gonna leave it behind, but this would be a really fun one for spring. This is absolutely perfect, whether I put it with shorts, pants, or a skirt. This is exactly what I've been looking for. So often I find this style, but it's really short, so with this one being longer, I can really see myself wearing it. Adding to cart, and now hopefully I can find some pants to go with it. This one here could be so good or so bad. It reminds me of one my sister got pretty recently, but I really think the floral detail of this one is interesting, and it could be quite cute with some jeans. This is a wild card for me, but I'm at least gonna try it on. Otherwise, I've pretty much looked through all of the long sleeves. which means I can finally move on to the bottoms. I'm right here next to the skirt, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started there. I was really surprised to see that these were from Old Navy. Although they are in my size, I think they're gonna be a little bit short. They would pair so well with a lot of the plain tops that I got. I think I'm gonna try them on even though I'm 90% sure they're gonna be too short. I was just about to pass on the skirt, but then when I looked on the inside, is it reversible? I feel like I need to check this out just because I'm so curious. Adding to the cart. All right, this is a swim skirt and I actually love the color. It would pair really well with a lot of tops I already have. I'm gonna try this on because if it ends up fitting, that could be fun for summer. I ended up finding a couple options. Nothing I'm really too confident in though. I'm gonna move right back over here to the pants section. I'm very particular and picky about the kind of pants that I wear. I like them to be a little bit wider legged and nice and long. I do really like this pair, but it is just a size smaller than I would prefer. Ooh, now this is what I'm talking about. These might be too small, but I'm still gonna go ahead and give them a try. That'll do it for pants. I did find one option,
But now it's time to move on to the shorts.
I'm seeing some fun patterns and textures, so let's take a closer look to see if there's anything worth trying on. Oh my goodness, wait. These have a stretchy waistband and they're size medium. Oh my goodness. These are so perfect and exactly what I was looking for. At first glance, I didn't think I was going to love them because I thought they were more of a structured fit, but they have a stretchy waistband, which is what I love. Cannot wait to try those on. I can't even explain to you how much this is exactly what I was looking for, so I'm very excited, but I'm still gonna take a look to see what else there is. These are also my size and I love the length. I'm just not sure about the color for myself. It's kind of so close to my skin tone, but also just the material. I would always have to iron them and I don't know if I want to do that. So I think I'll keep looking. This pair of shorts actually seems great. I like the light wash and the simplicity of them. I'm thinking I'll give them a try just because I wouldn't mind a couple other shorts options in my closet. There are a few nice pair of overalls here. These are actually brand new with tags. I already have a couple pair I like those, so I don't need any of those. I'm thinking this pair could work and I actually like the color of them, so I'll give those a try as well. This is a pair I'm very interested in. I'm just afraid they're gonna be too big, but I do really love the color and pattern. I'm actually so impressed by the shorts that I found and I cannot wait to try them on, but first I'm gonna move on to looking through the dresses. I would love to find a dress that fits really comfortably and is either simple for layering, a floral pattern, or even a romper would be a bonus. I definitely would have gotten this if it was in my size, but it is a little bit small. Same for this. So cute, but just not my size. I did end up grabbing this green button-down dress to try on. I like the simplicity and the length of it. I see some cute gingham and I'm interested in what this is. I'm afraid it's gonna be big, but I think I'm still gonna try it on. I did end up finding a few options to try on. This blue one here, another blue one, this green one, and the romper. Nothing I'm particularly confident in, but I won't really know until I try them on. On my list is a new workout outfit, so let's see if I can find one. I don't often look in this section, and I know specifically I like tank tops with built-in sports bras and biker shorts, so that's mainly what I'm gonna be looking for. I just recently started getting up early in the morning to run on our treadmill, so I just thought a new workout outfit would be a good motivator. Nothing really in this section, but right here on the end, I found this athletic top with butterflies on it. This is actually so cute and would be perfect to throw on with some biker shorts. That's gonna do it for clothes. I have some items I'm really confident in and others that I'm not so sure about. I'm gonna have to try them on. Another area I'm not so sure about is shoes. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of options here, so I'm gonna look. Otherwise, hopefully I can find a pair at Style Encore. I do actually like these. Let's see if they're in my size. Nope, not my size. These are absolutely unreal. What are these? This would almost just be better decor in a room or something, or in a closet, but yeah, that is insane. Top of my list to find in the shoe section would be my new go-to pair of sandals, but I will say second on my list would be a pair of Adidas tennis shoes. I see them all over my Pinterest, but also I have been seeing people thrift them a lot, so I'm gonna be keeping my eye out for a pair. Well, no shoes, but now I'm gonna peek at the accessories. Really, I need a belt, but I'm still gonna keep an open mind to see what else there is. I really wouldn't mind something this bigger size that I can just throw stuff in, but I'm not particularly wild about that one. This is my option for belts. Not much to choose from. I think it's time to move on to the home decor. My expectations for this section were not very high until I reached the small area of furniture and could not believe what I found. Oh my, I am absolutely in shock right now. My heart is pounding. Literally the coffee table of my dreams. Holy cow. I cannot believe this. It is the perfect size. It's in Amazing condition. The legs, the style, everything about it is exactly what I wanted. The color, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I have to grab this immediately. I just brought it up to the front, but I don't even think you guys understand that's the exact coffee table I was imagining in my mind. The color, the size, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get it home. So we gotta keep moving. Finding exactly what you're looking for secondhand does not always happen quick or easy, but I'm so thankful that today my hunt for a coffee table has come to an end. After looking through the rest of the home decor, I also found this really cool bowl to bring home, but otherwise it is time to head to the fitting room. Quick before I head into the fitting room, I want to tell you about a really cool reselling app that is the sponsor of today's video. Along with thrifting and secondhand shopping, I have also loved reselling online for years. I've mainly done this on Facebook Marketplace, but after discovering the app called SellRaze, I'm excited to do more reselling of items around my home in a quicker and easier way. SellRaze is on a mission to make selling online as easy as possible. The benefit is that you're able to create a listing on multiple marketplaces within seconds. Whether you're looking to sell shoes, furniture, electronics, etc., all you have to do is upload your photo and the app will automatically add in the item's description and even give you a market price to help you gauge the value of the item so that you're able to get the best deal possible. The fact that they auto-populate so much of the information is probably one of the most helpful things in my opinion, and not to mention figuring out how much an item is worth can be one of the hardest parts. Another bonus with this app is that you can create shipping labels and schedule free package pickups right from your door. They really thought of it all, which I appreciate, and if you are like me and prefer to get some money back for your items before just donating them, definitely give this app a try by checking out the link in my description. Now back to the thrift store. Well, here is how my cart is looking. I just found these little shorts for my daughter. These are 2 items for the shop. This is actually a pair of work Lululemon pants. I found this incredible bowl that I'm excited about and a pretty good stack of clothes that I need to try on. I'm actually quite excited about a lot of the clothes I grabbed today. They are definitely different from what I already have in my closet. A lot of them I'm still unsure of how they're gonna fit, so I'm very interested to see what I think about them after I try them on. Okay, here is everything all hung up and ready to be tried on. I've got tops and some dresses and then a combination of bottoms here. I'm going to try to quickly try all of these on and I'll just show you a few of the items I decide to pass on, but otherwise I want to try to make this quick so I can get to one more stop and then head home with all of my finds, including the coffee table. I still cannot believe it. The outfit I'm wearing right now is not great for trying things on, so I'm gonna slip these shorts on just because they're nice and basic, and then I can throw on a lot of the tops. So I'm gonna start out with these. The shorts actually fit great. Well, sort of great. They are a little small, so I'm not positive yet if I'm gonna get them, but at least they work great for me to be able to throw on these tops. So I'm gonna get started with this yellow one here. A little rapid fire of what I'm gonna be keeping and what I'm gonna pass on, and now let's slow down so I can show you my thought process as I'm trying things on. So although I absolutely love the pattern of this one, I am not liking the way that it fits. This one I was not sure if it was gonna fit. Let's see. It's actually fitting better than I thought it was going to. Let's see if I can tie this. The straps are a little bit, I can't decide. This one is way too short. I wish it was a romper because that would have fit really nice and been so comfortable, but I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Okay, here's a full outfit and I'm actually surprised right now. I thought this shirt was an automatic yes, and I actually wasn't even gonna try it on, but I needed a neutral top to go with all of the bottoms. I'm glad I tried it on because I don't actually love it. If the ruching was straight, I would like it, but the way that it droops down right here, I'm not loving it. So here is that skirt that I turned inside out. It has giraffes all over it. Literally fits perfectly. It is so cool, but here's the thing. I do not need a skirt with giraffes all over it. This outfit honestly is so fun, but I just know I don't really need it and I'd probably never wear it. But I just want to show it to you because it really is so cool. These are my nose that didn't end up working out, but I still have a whole pile of stuff right here that did fit, but I just need to decide if I'm gonna get it or not. After narrowing things down even further, I finally decided what I was gonna be bringing home with me, and I cannot wait for you guys to see the outfits I put together with today's finds. Time to head to the checkout, and I have no idea what my total is about to be, but what I do know is that I don't have a coupon today. But I'm thinking that even with all of the clothes I'm getting and the coffee table, I should still be under $100. Thank you, and then I'll be back for the coffee table. Stay tuned to see exactly how much I spent and for the try-ons because I cannot wait to show these to you guys. I got a full bag of fun finds, so I'm gonna go bring these to the car and then I've got to go back in for the coffee table. I probably could have pulled up the car, but I just figured I'd get a little workout in. Don't let anyone tell you thrifting isn't a workout because it can be exhausting at times. Perfect fit. What just happened? I cannot believe the amazing things I just came home with. I managed to find 4 complete outfits, which is exactly what I was looking for, and a coffee table. I will never be over that find, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like in my house. But because I have more time, I am gonna stop at one more place. So the only things I didn't find on my list would be shoes and an accessory. So I'm thinking I wanna go to Style Encore just to see if I can find what I'm looking for. So let's head there now, and then once I get home, we will total up exactly how much I spent and try everything on. Style Encore is one of my favorite upscale thrift stores to go to because it truly never lets me down. I'm realizing I should have left more room in the budget today because I'm already finding some really cute things. I absolutely love these 3 items I grabbed. This maxi dress here, this Free People jumper, and this Free People dress. I think I'm gonna pass for today because they would put me way over budget. But now I'm gonna move on to looking at what I came for, which is accessories and shoes. Starting with the accessories, they had some great options, but nothing I had to have, so time to move on to the shoes. I looked all around the women's section in my size and didn't find anything worth trying on. I was just about to leave the store empty-handed when I happened to pass through the men's section, where I ended up coming across exactly what I was looking for. I have been wanting Adidas tennis shoes, and I even considered buying them brand new. I'm actually unsure if these are men's or women's though, so I do need to try them on. I was shocked to find out that they ended up fitting perfectly, and they were brand new with tags. These had never even been worn before. They literally fit perfect. I'm gonna walk around to make sure that they're comfortable though. Just ignore them with these pants, but I'm trying to decide if they're comfy. Shoes here are final sale, so I just had to be sure I wanted them, but they fit so good, and they are definitely coming home with me. I ended up getting both the shoes and a sweatshirt for my sister, but that is going to wrap up my finds from today's trip. Well, that is gonna do it for today's thrift trip, mainly because I am over budget. But now it's time to head home, and I cannot wait to show you everything and try it all on. Well, here are all my finds from today's trip, plus some items from my closet that I'm planning to style them with. I'm actually so excited to try all of these on, but I'm even more excited to show you the coffee table that I got, which is out in my living room. But first, let's get right to the try-ons, and then after that, we will recap the trip, and I will reveal exactly how much I spent. Outfit number 1 is this yellow floral top, which is so fun, and then I paired it with the jean shorts that I picked up today. So for this top, I recently learned, actually just in my last video, that I actually don't mind yellow on myself, and so that is what gave me the confidence to try this one on. I absolutely loved the ruffle details that it has, and then also the beautiful floral pattern on it. It was definitely inspired by the blue ruffle top that my sister recently got that just looked so great on her. But I can confidently say this shirt is one that I would have skipped over in the past, but I decided to keep an open mind and give it a try, and I am so glad I did. And then for the shorts, I love wearing light wash denim on bottom, and the thing that I love about these is their length. Shorts this length can be hard to come by, especially ones that end up fitting good. So that is why I knew I could not leave these behind. Plus, they are obviously gonna go with all of the tops in my closet. Outfit number 2 is this really pretty purple floral shirt. What drew me to this top was the color and pattern, but what made me absolutely have to buy it is the way that it fits. I immediately imagined myself wearing it with these white pants, but I'm also going to be wearing it with jeans and shorts. But ultimately, this shirt is perfect and exactly what I was imagining when it comes to building some outfits in my closet for spring. Outfit number 3 was quite a surprise for me because of both the top and the bottoms. This top was actually the first thing I grabbed when I walked in, and I didn't even film because I really didn't think I was gonna buy it. It just seemed so short when I was looking at it on the hanger. But then once I tried it on and saw the way that it lays, and also I knew it would be so beautiful to wear over a dress, it ended up being one of the 10 items that came home with me today. Now, same thing for these shorts. When I saw them in the hanger, I thought they were gonna be too short, but I'm glad that I tried them on because they actually feel quite comfortable. That's a pretty big theme from today's trip because a lot of the pieces I wasn't sure about, but I decided to give them a try, and some of the items I thought for sure I was gonna be bringing home with me, I ended up leaving behind. But I think that's just the benefit of being willing to step outside your comfort zone and try things on, because oftentimes you can really surprise yourself. So now for my one dress find of the day, I got this really simple navy one, which really is going to pair well with what I already have in my closet. And what I like about this one is it looks great on its own, but I could also see myself layering it up with a sweater over top. And this is one I know I'll be throwing on to wear to church throughout the spring and summer. This next one is a wild card, and I'm kind of combining 2 different looks together, but I think it's gonna work, so let's try it on. And then after that, I have my favorite outfit, and then I have 2 bonus items that I'm excited to show you. So first, the wild card. All right, so I said I was looking for a workout outfit, and I found this tank top with the butterflies on it, which I love. And so for the sake of showing you everything I got, I decided to pair it with this little swim skirt that I got. Normally, if I thrift a swimsuit, I probably wouldn't show you, but this is one I wanted to show off because not only does it have great coverage and it's comfortable, but the blue color and the ruffles make it so cute. And although this is a workout tank top, I
probably could actually wear these together to the pool this summer. This was just a fun and different find that I wanted to show you because I was not looking for a swimsuit, but happened to come across this in the skirts, and you will probably be seeing me wearing this at the beach or the pool this summer. And now from today's finds, I saved my favorite for last, and the reason this outfit is my favorite is because of these gingham shorts. Gingham, and specifically gingham shorts, I've been seeing all over my Pinterest, so when I saw these, I honestly could not believe it. I wasn't quite as shocked as when I found the coffee table, but still that sort of feeling of being like, this is what I exactly imagined in my head, and I can't believe I'm finding it at the thrift store right now. From today's haul, I paired it with this white blouse that I could not leave behind because it was quite literally calling my name. It had my name right on the tag. Something about me is I love a good white blouse, and this one is different from what I already have. I really like the sleeve length and obviously the lace detail that it has around the neck. But ultimately, I love the way this outfit came together for spring and summer. And although this officially wraps up all of today's clothing finds, I still have 2 other bonus clothing items I want to show you guys that I recently thrifted. So both the items I want to show you just so happen to be gingham. We have these gingham pants in this yellow gingham dress. So I'm gonna start with the pants. Similar to the gingham shorts being on my Pinterest, so have gingham pants been. And I have been on the hunt for some that match that trend, mainly because they're very comfortable and cute at the same time. I ended up grabbing these pants pretty recently off of a secondhand Instagram page that I love, and I'll tag her so you can check her out because she has a lot of cute stuff. But I just really want to show these to you because I'm very thrilled they ended up fitting great, and I'm gonna be wearing them a lot this spring and summer, and actually probably into the fall as well. But then, from today's haul, I thought these pants would be so perfect to pair with the new tennis shoes that I got. When I said I was looking for shoes, I was probably mostly thinking sandals, but also I really have been wanting these Adidas shoes. So when I saw these in my size, brand new, you can see the tags still inside. Originally $75, never been worn. They remind me of my sister just finding the Converse that she was looking for on a recent trip. Finding shoes secondhand is just hard to do, and so these are just a huge win, and now I'll stop talking about them and show you the last item. The final little bonus thing I want to show you before we recap today's trip is this gingham dress that I actually recently got for myself at my shop. I've been working a lot there the past couple weeks and seeing a lot of what's been coming in, and this is one I had to bring home with me specifically because it is going to match this one that my friend recently thrifted for my daughter. And how absolutely adorable are these two together? I'm thinking we'll probably wear these for Easter, and then maybe my other daughter can wear a little white dress. I just thought the color and pattern paired really well with my haul from today, and so that is why I just want to show you. Plus, I love a good matching moment. Along with everything I just tried on, I did also come home with 2 items for the shop. When I'm out thrifting, I don't look too hard for shop inventory just because we get so much in on a regular basis from our customers. But when I come across something that I absolutely cannot leave behind and I know you guys will love, that is when I go ahead and pick it up. The first item I grabbed is this J. Crew tank top. The color in the gingham is so pretty, along with the style of it. Plus a bonus is that it is brand new with tags. So this one's heading out to the shop so that one of you guys can snag it for spring and summer. And then the other item I grabbed are these Lululemon work pants. And I was just imagining someone coming in who wears stuff like this to work, so these will be going out in the shop as well. Time to recap what just might be my favorite thrift trip and my most successful one in quite a while. As far as my thrift list goes, at the top of the list was finding 3 complete spring outfits, and I ended up finding well over 5 complete outfits. Next, I mentioned that I wanted to find a workout outfit, and I did find a workout tank, and then on bottom I found a swim skirt, and so I'm gonna call that a success as well. Next was an accessory, and I really tried hard to find one, but just didn't come home with any today, so I'll just have to keep an eye out. And then after that on my list was a pair of shoes, and although I didn't find some at the first store we went to, thankfully I stopped at Style Encore because I ended up finding exactly what I was looking for, and they were brand new with tags. And then for my bonus item on the list was some spring decor, and I ended up finding this really cool organic looking bowl. I do not have anything like this or in this size, and I know I'm gonna love using it either for styling in my kitchen or on my shelves. I believe I paid $7.99 for this bowl, but it is so unique and I'm very happy I grabbed it. And then last but not least, the exact coffee table that I have been on the hunt for months now. I passed on a very similar one on Facebook Marketplace a few weeks back, and I have been thinking about it ever since. The reason I wanted this exact one is because I knew I wanted it to be round because it just seems safer with my girls running around in our living room. But also the space in between our couch is not huge, so it needed to be a smaller size. What's crazy is I actually put a coffee table on my thrift list a few months back back, and I didn't find one, and I really have not been seeing any good ones in thrift stores recently, so I kind of just took it off my list, and I figured if I was going to find one secondhand, it was probably going to be on Facebook Marketplace. So in moments like this, when my patience pays off, that is why you see me get so excited and be so grateful that I finally found exactly what I was looking for at the thrift store. All right, now let's talk about how much I spent. My original goal was to not spend over $100, and let me just preface by saying most coffee tables these days are well over $100 brand new, but today I ended up coming home with 10 clothing items, 2 home items, and 1 pair of shoes. So for the 13 items I came home with, my total between both stores was $119.27. A little over budget, but here's the thing. After the first thrift store with just the clothes and the coffee table, my total was actually just over $95. So the item that put me over budget was the shoes at Style Encore. I was sad when I went to check out and I realized I didn't have a 20% off coupon because usually when I go there I do. Goodwill texts and emails out coupons periodically, so I usually like to plan my thrift trips around that, but sometimes my schedule just doesn't line up that way, which is okay because I just try to be a little extra conscious with what I end up bringing home. Ultimately though, no regrets. I am absolutely thrilled with my entire haul from today, and it was one that I was extra excited to show you guys because each item ended up being everything and more of what I was looking for. Well, I am 2 trips into building my spring and summer wardrobe, and I'm really happy with the progress I was able to make on today's trip. Thrifting layers for fall and winter comes a little bit more natural to me, so I've really been trying to push myself outside my comfort zone and work to build up pieces in my closet that will work for the warmer months and that I'm actually excited to wear. For my next trip, I'm hoping to go when I have a coupon so I can get even better deals. I'm thinking for my next trip, I would love a romper, some sandals, a skirt, and even another dress. So you'll have to stay tuned to see if I'm able to keep successfully building the spring and summer wardrobe of my dreams. But before then, be sure to check out my store's website where we add our favorite items from our shop online every Wednesday. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you back at the thrift store in my next video very soon.